Dude, I didn't know Canada's Wonderland had Superman. Oh god, we're really starting with this view. Really, we have to start with this right away. We are here today at Six Flags Great Adventure here in the adventurous state of New Jersey. I welcome the new ride launch right away. It goes forward first? Okay. Yeah, this is a park that I've been to about 2 decades ago, but back then I wasn't doing YouTube, so there's still plenty of stuff to show off, including this brand new ride that I've been recording as I do this intro. This is the Flash right here. I'm probably gonna head there first because it's supposed to got a long line. But things have changed in the park since then, for better or for worse. And let's leave it at that as we go on in. It might be a short day, but if it is, then I have some backup plans. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. Shot that looking right at the sun. Hopefully the angle's good. The Flash Vertical Velocity is the park's new for 2025 coaster, and actually opened in 2025. This is Vekoma Next Gen Boomerang roller coaster that is actually a really cool spiritual successor to something that used to be right over here. I didn't realize it was this close, or I'm not sure if this is actually where the ride started, but I feel like they used that building or something adjacent to it for the old Batman, the Chiller. Yeah, it's really cool that they replaced what was essentially a launch vertical coaster with a spike with a launch vertical coaster with a spike. But check this one out. New Age Vekomas are good. Much like a bunch of rides here, this place does require lockers, which I think that most of them are free, the ones that require. Double check on Joker later, but I know this one should be a free locker for the ride, which, yes, do this please. I know that I typically just wear shorts like this have zip-up pockets to keep all my belongings in, but if you want to secure your items, lockers the way to go, but please make them free. You know we're gonna be riding all day, please make lockers free. Watch this launch. That was a good launch. Watch this launch. Much better. Pretty good way to start the day. I was actually dead in the middle of the train. Can you see it up there? I'm angling at the wrong part. It's back there somewhere. Even then, that first backwards launch was pretty good. Well, I guess second launch was pretty good. First launch was nothing. It's a warm-up launch. Decent hang time on that back spike. There's the best part. There's the best part. Hang time going through that both ways is insane, especially going backwards. So yeah, we're gonna go back around, try to get like more towards the front or the back, so I was in dead metal, but great ride. Good job, New Vekoma. I love New Vekomas. But yeah, great free locker system. You basically go up there, guy gives you a ticket. You get a ticket on these guys. Like so. Then this guy opens up, put everything in, and I'll see you guys after ride. And after ride, just comes out the other side. Grab all my stuff. So yeah, if you are going to require lockers, do something like this for free lockers. Oh, yeah, look, that's so easy. Road 10 that time. Forces were a lot better in back, of course, especially during the, I won't call it a turnaround, just like the double up into the curve drop thing. Going forward is a little bit of pop in there, that thing in the middle. Very fun ride overall. I didn't mention the first time that there is a nice little lighting package and sound package, you want to call it, I don't know. Obviously, because the Vesper trains, a lot of New Vekomas do that. So yeah, overall, very solid ride. Glad I got my close to back seat. I don't know if I'll be able to go back around later. We'll see how the day goes, but all I know is that you come here first because new ride and it's a boomerang, so capacity's gonna be a nightmare with it being like right at the front of the park. It's good though. Would recommend. I think this gives me Justice League Battle for Metropolis completion. Comment down below all the parks that these are at. I'll have to look them up, but I feel like this is the last one I need to go on. I've been on all of them. Hi, Flash. That part I felt nothing. Oh, that might be new. This one actually has a single rider line. I'm a single rider. What's up, people? No way, I did it wrong. Batman, you should have told me. Still single rider. It just splits up here, you know, 2 or more, 1 or more. That makes more sense. Oh, hi Cyclops, what's up?
Thanks, Superman. We'll see you out there. Okay, everyone, take a look at this map. Here are the locations in Metropolis where the Joker and Luthor are likely to attack. Metropolis City Hall, Star Labs, Centennial Park.
That's what I'm talking about, though. I can't be entirely sure because obviously I'm not a local, but I feel like this building was part of the theming structure for Batman, Robin the Chiller. It used to be a dual launch roller coaster. Look, there's even more things down there. That also had a similar style to Flash Velocity in terms of just like launched with a spike and it had a little barrel going into it. So in that aspect, it's kind of a spiritual successor. I'm not gonna go into the history of that ride because it is a long twisted thing. Go check out Toro Ryan's freaking Problematic Coasters video on it. Let's go from something new to something old because it's been a minute, Nitro. It has been a minute. Technically, I could have shown off Batman first, but I mean, I said it was Nitro time. They're both yellow coasters, it counts. As a native Cincinnatian, I don't know why everyone keeps on saying that Diamondback is the top tier B&N hypercoaster when things like this and Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia exist. I'm not even talking Mako yet. I mean, that was pretty good too. But yeah, they all have floaty air time. This one's got a little ejecty. But you combo that with stuff like this freaking turn to float into that. The laterals, all the twists on the first few hills that you can't see the background because it's impossible to film. Maybe I'll find the tower later. And yeah, this is what a hyper's supposed to be. Yes, you get your air time. There's all sorts of twists and turns and lats. I love it. Definitely one of my favorite B&M hypers. At the station walk on, that's what I'm talking about. The back seat, just in front. If the say different, let's go. And right next to the yellow coaster duo, I swear I'll show off Batman eventually. Maybe you've seen them a billion times. There's Batman's all over the place. We have one of the park's newer areas, the Pinewood Rounds, home to the other main new coaster that's been added in the last like 15-ish years since I've been here. And it is a near clone of something I did at Six Flags Magic Mountain a couple years ago. Make sure you check out that video. But we are going through the woods to try. We're gonna keep on saying it. Keeps on going, keeps on. There we go. There's the sign. The Jersey Devil. It is one of the first RMC single rails with the second layout, I guess. And as soon as I put everything in the locker, this is another one of the rides that actually requires a locker, even if I got zip-up pockets. I got a couple of those here. Hi, Batman. Funny story though, almost the second that I put myself in that required paid locker, which by the way I think is one of the only rides in the park that requires a paid locker, doesn't just give you a voucher or anything like that, whatever. Ride went down. I just went ahead and kept it in there and got on Batman while I was waiting. We didn't miss much. I mean, it's another Batman, same great layout that they clone at every other bajillion different Six Flags parks and more. It's a good ride, forceful, intense, better than Banshee or whatever. Here's the funny thing that you missed. Here's the sign. It's the ride. Just the ride. So no joke, I was about to come over here and record and say that it took like literal minutes after they went down that they were back opening. I got a couple laps on it. But as I walk over, LOL. Reliable ride, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this is my second one of these single rail coasters that I've been on that's, well, you sit on the center and it makes it feel different. And all I'm gonna say, people like these. I mean, granted, I still need to go on the original layout, the one that's supposedly super cartoonishly forceful and whatever, but I've been on both the modified layouts, both this and Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain. They're like some of the weakest RMCs I've ever been on, hands down. Yeah, there's a couple nice forces to them. The parabolic hill and the turnaround. That turns kind of zippy, I guess. But, like, in general, it's smooth. I mean, you can feel the rivets, but it's smooth. And that's all I can say about it, because it's a super forceless ride. And, okay. I guess it's re-rideable. That's one thing. It's super re-rideable because of that, and because of the way the station flash loads that you're just constantly moving, but also because that's hard to sit where you want to sit. So, Taylor 3 Assault, good concept, nice re-rideable, but in terms of being a forceful ride and living up to RMC name, super low tier. Why? Anyway, speaking of good RMCs, that's the one that's close to me, even though it just changed its name. I had to go back there and check out the new Wildwood Grove area, or whatever it's called. Talking about more reliable coasters though, while it's not a new credit, the last time I was here, I didn't really have time to whore anything, so it's also kind of called Jersey Devil. This counts, right? Even though the layout's so small, you can't literally even see it through the station. Sure, I'm already passed by 400, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to whore. There's a lift, so you can see part of the ride. That's why I like to see Six Flags. No lines on anything. And it doesn't have anything to do with this. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, it's a good day to not have a flash lane. Oh, Skull Mountain. Look at the waterfall. Look at the sign over there. It's another indoor... What, Schwarzkopf? I know the other one's a Schwarzkopf. I think it's a different kind, but... Indoor roller coaster, kind of like the one at Six Flags Over Texas I did last year, but this one is apparently not as good. I don't remember. It's been like 15 years, 20 years maybe. I don't know. Texas one's much better. This is just a little coaster in a box that doesn't have the giant helix or airtime at the beginning, but I do like this right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see a train pass through it, but that's actually where the track goes through. So this little section where the train goes by and you can see the outside. First drop was light though. First drop probably not a surprise. There you go. That's the only interesting part about this ride. So I believe it was this area that was recently done for the 50th anniversary, or 50th anniversary is next year or this year or something. I don't know. Once again, the whole ride removal of last year really screwed up the plan of this place, but a brand new restaurant, archway. I'm gonna go this way a little bit. I think there's some new pavers or something like that. Ferris wheel may have been moved here. I don't know. This feels like it's a thing, but once again, this is my homework, so I have no clue. And we're back at the entrance, so I think we probably need to go this way for the other new stuff. Okay, this feels like the new section. You kind of see all this sweet treat theming, loud music. I swear to God, park music is about to be my one villain for the year. Copyright strikes on. And down here, we have the junction of Dream Street and also Dream Street, where there's a bunch of, first of all, more theming on these buildings up here. And more importantly, a bunch of guys that donated to the parking lot the bricks made. And El Toro Ryan is in here somewhere. We're gonna look for a random one. Oh no, dude, I saw El Toro number 1. I was like, is that E2 already? No. I think it's like down here by the drain or something. We'll find it. Speaking of the goat, I think it's finally time to correct something on this channel. Basically, back in the day during my first visit, I did get to experience this thing, which is apparently like one of the best one coasters in the world. And the day after, I went to Knoebels, remote Phoenix, which you guys know is one of my favorite one coasters, and instantly forgot about this thing, like completely forgot about it. Hopefully we're about to be in history, be like, oh yeah, join the masses, it's one of the best one coaster in the world. And then tomorrow I'm just gonna ride back to Knoebels, so it's gonna be the whole thing all over again, but here we go. It's supposed to be a good one. I just generally forgot about it after all these years. Yeah, I've got some words with that. So, first of all, front seat, walk on, awesome. Don't worry about it. I'm about to go back around, get towards the back, and I keep on thinking there's supposed to be like this one magic seat on this thing, so I'm about to look it up, see if there's, where it is. I can see the vision. For me, it's all about just these first few hills, the second hill really, the second one after that doesn't do anything. And freaking Rolling Thunder Hill is called, the one that goes over the old Rolling Thunder track. I'm running away with it. Somewhere back there. We'll get a better shot in a second. That thing just like ejects you into a bunch of like back and forth switchback, and then you just start rampaging. That is the rage of the Raging Bull. That is El Toro. So, AC Vision. Not sure if I auto top 10 it, just for sake of it being like, oh my god, one of the best coasters in the world, but I can see a vision. Let's go around and do some more laps. crazy part. Just that hill goes over, yanks you down. By the way, rest in peace, Rolling Thunder. They have to raise the track there. And you just go back and forth in a bunch of little switchback high speed like that. Just that help. Yeah, I just got a few more rides in. Shout out to using the old station building for an old attraction. Here it comes on the first drop. Here we go. This thing, like that drop into this hill, into that hill. Just pure standing air time, and I love that so much. But to me, I think this ride is all about the Rolling Thunder Hill back there. Back seat is definitely the way to go, by which I mean back seat non-axle seats. The magic seat I've been reading about online is basically the fact that there's a 9-day difference between being on a wheel seat and a non-wheel seat for the sake of smoothness and everything, which I 100% agree on. Yeah, this hill right here. That is where the ride gets insane. Then it gets fenced off so I can't see all the little ground turns. Shout out Toro. Not sure if I'm gonna make you one of my top 10, because I'm going to take again tomorrow. I'm going to completely forget about you. But for now, for the sake of this vlog, you are amazing. And like probably a top 25 coaster, I don't know. Oh, I just realized I haven't showed you yet this video. If you guys enjoy these kind of coaster vlog adventure videos and want to see more go live, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to help me afford traveling to these places, getting fast lanes, taking the souvenirs and stuff, travel fees, you know. Make sure to check out my page on Ko-Fi/Roundhouse Garage. And of course, TCG Player if you want to buy some trade card game stuff. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Bye. Now I know what else I was going to say there, because I was too busy recording El Toro with the exact same angles for like the 3rd time in a row. But yeah, shilling time is fun. What up, BT? Alright, it's 2025 Six Flags Great Adventure vlog. I legally have to mention this at some point in time. This, I don't know if this is the exact entrance, but this feels like an entrance to something. This whole section of the park, and that section of the park, a lot of this area of the park used to be here about a year ago, and include a handful of rides, including a sky ride, a really cool drop tower that was kind of like one-eyed Magic Mountain, and a couple coasters, including one that used to be the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. And no, more. It is here. So, rest in peace, Ka. Rest in peace, all the other rides. I'm the most concerned about Ka just because I never personally got to ride that. The first time I was here, it was like one of the first rides in operation, and it had super long lines, so I never got to ride it. But rest in peace, you will be missed. Hopefully something really cool will be coming here in the next few years. Anyways, it can be tango time. Let's do it. Do it for ETR. Do it for Toro Ryan. Okay, but what if I took the same shot again, except from a slightly different angle? Okay, yeah, the Skyride station being empty looks kind of miserable, considering it was like there's one pillar of it, and it's basically just a big intertwining structure with the end of the mine ride. That's unfortunate. I think I rode that. I think I rode there my first encounter, so that's good. Moving on to the water ride. That's probably closed today, but I'm not showed off because it just got being refurbed. Big old lost loom, big old spinny wheel, repaint and stuff. Entrance, yeah, it's close to that. I mean, it's not too hot today, so I don't mind too much, but it would have been nice to ride. Go ride a log flume if you can, they're fun. Wait, log flume horse. Something, Iwammusune, Agnes Akion, gold ship. Yeah, look at the log flume. That's you look at the log flume, it's closed down. Well, you can ride today though, that you should ride today, it's always open, is the mine train. Everyone go mine trains. Classic eras, they're a dying breed, so do it while you can. I'm a little mixed on this one. First of all, I love the color scheme on the train. Orange blue is one of my favorite colors. But has an interesting second half of the layout. Like that helix there gives you a random, insane lat pop. And then there's a trimmed airtime hill that actually gives you some airtime even though it's trimmed. Layout itself feels very bare bones outside of that, just drop helix, hill, turn around over like you can see in a second. It needs some dressing up. Give it a little bit of theming or something. I don't know. It's mine train. It's those two teams. One of the cool things the park did last year was add this Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa. It's basically just a big glamping thing up by the wild encounter areas. By the way, there's a whole freaking jungle here. There's also animal exhibits, but I guess this is how you get there from the park. It's the departure area. And gate off right now, but I mean, I assume that's for busy seasons. There's the main entrance, there you go. The last big coaster in the park before I go back to some other stuff to show you around. We have what was once called a ride when I first came here. Then got changed to Bizarro, and then got changed back to its original name. It's the world's first floorless coaster. No one cares about that being a thing anymore, but it is the snake thingy thing that is known as Medusa. I should have timed that better to get the going through the corkscrew there. You do it? Do it right now? Do I turn? Maybe? Oh, I see some in the background. Why is it taking so long? There it goes. Yay! That's the shot you guys want to see. With me being directly in the way. I don't care, that's how you're seeing it. That's how I've seen the shot. The lost town of Medusa, as it's now known. Why do you name this after a Gorgon? I like how the new repaint and light theming has steampunkified Wild Westified it enough. Is that square? Yeah, flying with some square wheels, don't worry about it. And you guys know me, I am the Gear Chronicle boy. Give me some steampunk, please. Give me a shot of the ride going through its elements right now. That's how we do a walkthrough, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we walk through a line and record stuff. Look at all these signs. It's like Wild West chapter signs or something, I don't know. Oh, Medusa, there she is! You can't really see it because the ride's kind of tucked away in the corner back there, but I do like how Medusa kind of retained some of the Bizarro theming as its own. You got like, there's a couple misters there, like down at the bottom of the lift hill. You see a cutout right there, there's cutouts. Yeah, there's a couple of mister rings that are really good for a hot day. And the last one is totally the Marmalize versus Filer, so glad that they kept some of the theming. It does close up the ride a little bit. There's some of the theming and a bunch of stuff blocking the view. Good old station building. And trees. Can I get like a good shot of Medusa through this course, please? Okay, fine. One more Toro shot. This time we're doing it from this side so you can see the lift hill. It's a cable lift. Alright, so we've had about 6 or 7 rides on the Toro now. I've lost count. That's how much I've been doing this thing. But yeah, I think I've already said exactly here about it. The first 3 hills are the godsend singer time. Okay, I lied. Rolling Thunder Hill. Awesome that they still have a piece of Rolling Thunder under there. I got to ride that on my first visit. But last turn right here, little rough. Yeah, you could stay in the non-wheel seats and be fine about it. But there's a reason I can only go on this thing like 3 times in a row instead of just marathon the crap out of it, because look at these lines. That's amazing. Final opinion on El Toro. Good. Probably top 10 worthy. It will definitely be making it onto my 25 edition of my top fish list. I just don't know where yet. Is it good? But I bet I'm better. So I've been looking at the bricks trying to find influencers and stuff. Like there's Hollywood Studios shout out. I'm not sure if that feels like it's a coaster club or something. I don't know. I found this. Where'd you go? So I found it and I immediately lost it. Oh snap! There's that one. I was looking. And the loop shout out. I was literally listening to a 5-hour episode of their podcast on the way up here. So yeah, someone is listening to that. But this is what I was looking for. There's a lot of things up there that say recipes came to come. I found one here for the Chiller, the Batman Robin coaster that's used to be over by where the Flash is. Hi, Coaster Radio. It's one of the first coaster podcasts I listen to, which is still going today. Do a weekly show, almost weekly. I don't know why I'm giving so many YouTubers and podcasts and stuff shout outs right now. I'm still trying to find El Toro. I have not found El Toro Ryan yet. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Yeah, I was supposed to be talking about rides, that's right. So they have a Houdini's Escape here, another one of those Houdini's Great Escape? I don't know. Great Escape, close enough. It's some sort of escape by Houdini, who is pretty great at escaping. This is another one that has become a madhouse, the whole like it tilts around you and it's a really weird sensation thing. Did one at New England last year, and we're about to do this one. Wait, there's a fan back there? Yeah, theming. This is all you're gonna see, because I'm not recording the ride chamber again. I'm sorry. How do you describe that thing? It's like, I know it's probably just an illusion that this whole big building rotates around, like there's an intersection and then there's a ride vehicle and everything like that, but it just, you still feel like you're swaying back and forth. There's definitely some force exerted throughout that traction, but like this hat stayed on the whole time. This hat is goated if it actually went upside down. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, this definitely felt a lot better than the one at New England. I think there's more audio in the pre-show and on the ride itself. It just felt like more of a cohesive story than what I did before, but love this kind of ride. It is insane. Go ride a Madhouse if you can find one, but it is a little disorienting. So if you're a little queasy, it doesn't do anything, but it is a little disorientating. Speaking of disorientating though, I lied a little bit when I said that the only coasters I need today that have been added since last time were Jersey Devil and the Flash. Here we go. I'm usually okay with these, but here we go. Credit time. One last time in the lockers you must go, which is a little weird because every other 4D spinner I've been on, even the full-size ones, has usually got some station, but it is what it is. Give Six Flags money, even though half the other ones are free. That's all. I mean, it's a 4D flipping, spinning Joker clone. Not much to say about it. Been on a couple of these. Made a couple full size of these. I use flippy dippies. Sometimes you allow flippy, sometimes you don't. The end. That's the end of my coaster review on Joker. There goes. Catwoman's Whip, my arch nemesis. Oh wait, no, this one's Harley Quinn. This one's good. Harley saved the day last time. She is queen. She is God. And she has a train. This one goes around twice. So it's twice as Catwoman. At bare minimum, this thing is much better than the 40 spin Joker over there. This part of the quiz is better than Joker, don't worry about it. And yeah, this is a drop going to station. You go through a second time, you just get an insane lateral slam because you can still go in full speed right into lift hill. Yo, I love Skyline Chili. Oh wait, no, this one's a bar. I mean, it's cool, got a cool facade though. Love that nice little skyline for Skyline. And the most generic ride name at Six Flags Park goes to... Let's be real though. Probably called the Scrambler at like almost any other park you go to. I guess I still have a couple more coasters to showcase at the park. Not Batman though. I already did Batman. It's a Batman. They're good. They're intense. They're better than Banshee. And they're at almost every Six Flags Park, but I don't care because it's a fun ride. Also, this one's in the trees. Speaking of Batman clones though, this Dark Knight coaster is a Wild Mouse in a box, but unlike Skull Mountain, it's actually a really well-themed attraction from the line to the ride. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you anything, it's all in the dark and I don't want to ruin it with flash, but unironically, first time I was here was like opening day for this thing, so fun fact, something Batman, something Joker, something walk on, I guess? Yeah, walk on, let's go. There's the trains, as much as you see of the ride, there's the trains. It is a joke man. You gotta go being a joke man. Maybe not. I'm not going to be a joke man. I feel like they turned a lot of the theming off on this one. It used to be... Can you see up there? Oh my god, you can see the ride building. It used to be like a whole bunch of theming up there. Flashing light jump scares, air blasts, all that kind of stuff. And I think that was still there, it's just... It's been Six Flags-ified to be turned off, I guess. Still, good way to do a Wild Mouse. Put it in a box and give some theming. Just wish that some of the theme was actually still there. Hey, we're outside again. Hey, outside. Not the one at Fiesta, Texas, but still Wonder Woman. This one's a pendulum. So this might be the silliest way to end the night. No, it's daytime, it's night, it counts. So first of all, just got the 2-9 experience on this thing, which I was laughing so hard. Basically, got on the ride, all set, all ready to go. The guys give their all clears, beep, beep, beep. Nothing happens. Immediately he gets on the phone, looks at the thing, and he's like, and called me or whatever. I'm like, yes, because obviously you guys know I used to be a ride op, so like, actually seeing a breakdown, being on the breakdown, that's funny. Everyone's safe, obviously. We all got off and the maintenance guy came to this thing. But as we were waiting on the exit ramp because we were going to reboard, and I was in the front car, so I was looking forward to that ride. Lightning striking the area. Weather time. It's about just after 7 o'clock now, so maybe if I'm lucky and stick around till the very end, things might open. But typically from Cedar Fair, Six Flags Parks in the past, it's been like, what, half an hour-ish since lightning in the area, so... It's after 7 now. I don't know if they're gonna bother reopening stuff. This might just be the end of the day for me. You know, I was gonna include in this segment something about comparing Six Flags over Georgia rides, but straight up, Six Flags over Georgia Goliath, even though it has the old colors game or whatever. Anyways, back here, there's one last thing, one last coaster that I have not ridden today. Oh, isn't that it?
The more unrestricted attractions are temporarily delayed. At this time, we recommend our gate, restaurants,
Yep, rides are closed. That's fine. We'll do this. This last thing I'm gonna do before I leave. But yeah, they have. It's the Superman Ultimate Flight roller coaster launch flying coaster, not launch flying coaster. Clones at a couple different parks. I've been on them all. I've been on this one last time I was here, so I'm not mad about missing it. Fun ride. This one's not well themed landscape like the Georgia one, which is superior. The Georgia one's the best one. But they do all feature this nice little intense pretzel loop that I'm just pointing you at, doing nothing else. One thing I will say about this basic unique is with the departure of the other rides in the area, it's a little lonely. It's a little lonely in this corner of the park. Six Flags, please put something over here. Or back there in the old jungle section. But yeah, rides are closing for the day because the weather sucks. I would have liked to get one more lap on El Toro or Nitro, but it is what it is. See you guys at the hotel for the recap. Jungle Land World entrance number 75. Did I mention that there used to be tigers and other wild animals here? And this whole place has a safari park back there. And rest in peace, King Takagi, the tiger guy. Goated. That's the station straight up playing rock, paper, scissors with whoever walks by. I won. I got scissors. So, hello from hotel number 2. I already missed my patio, and let's talk about Six Flags. Obviously, it was a bit of an awkward year to visit, given all of the removals I'm not going to go any further into because I don't want to get on Six Flags' bad side in case my channel ever goes big. Make sure you're subscribed. But what it was pretty fun. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a pretty short day. Like I said, the game video, I had some plans planned. And that was, if I got through with it by 4 or 5 and I was just like bored with the park, I probably would have gone off to Casino Pier and done Hydrus and the El Loco looping coaster. So that would have been plan number A, but unfortunately I was having too much fun at the park and I didn't want to leave that early. You saw what happened at the end with the rain and everything, so that made a little bit of a sour ending to the day, unfortunately, because I was evac'd off the coaster immediately into, oh hey, weather's coming, we're probably gonna close rides for the rest of the day. That kind of sucked. I would have liked to have got my front seat ride on Flash because I already got middle and back. It'd be nice to compare everything, but I got 2 rides on the new ride, so that was good enough, I guess. It was a good ride. I'd say it's probably the 3rd best in the park right now. El Toro, far and away, number 1. Like I said, it's probably going back in my top 25 somewhere. I don't know where yet, but between the first 3 hills of standing ejector airtime and the Rolling Thunder Hill, just bliss. The rest of the ride doesn't matter. Just give me those 2 parts of the ride. There are parts of it that are a little rough. My management and prefabs are into prefabs. They can only do so much. They have been some retracking recently. They've been taking good care of it. My tip is to ride on a non-axle seat. So like, you know how there's the 3 rows, the 2 that are on top of the wheels and the one in the middle? Ride the middle seat. 9-day difference for roughness. So yeah, I'd say golden seat on that is probably row 17, which is the back car middle seat. Like I said, Flash is pretty sweet. I love that moment of hang time. And the first inversion, I don't even know if you want to call it a dive loop or an end minute. They just stay hanging for a little bit before you go back down. And Nitro, goated still. I said in the beginning, I'll say it now. I'm from Cincinnati, born and raised at Kings Island. Everyone's always like, oh, the Diamondback's the top tier B&M hypercoaster or whatever. No, Diamondback's trash compared to this thing. I'll say that again. Diamondback, great floater airtime. It's right in the middle of the woods and night riding and stuff, and you get just flushed down. I've been on Mako before, which that has been a while. I'll have to go back to Orlando at some point. So, but even earlier this year, Six Flags over Georgia, Goliath, that in and out L-shaped layout, the high banked spiral where you're floating out of your seat and almost blacking out. That on its own takes Diamondback out of the water. I would put Nitro on the same level as Goliath, if not higher. You still have the same kind of elements where you have kind of a twisted hill, big old hammerhead that admittedly Diamondback has one of those, but this one you feel more forces on it. And instead of a downward helix like Goliath has, this has an upward helix that's not quite as intense at the beginning, but you do spiral up a little bit tighter, so you do grade out a little bit on that, and does front seat you even get a nice little pop of airtime into that brake right there. But Nitro's solid. I'd say like probably my, I don't know, I have to compare it to Goliath now. Give me a minute on some videos in the future, because these 2 are definitely going to be on the 2025 coaster recap for me or whatever. Yeah, Goliath and Nitro, probably 2 of my favorite B&M hypercoasters. That's what I'm trying to get to. Those 3 make the park on its own. Everything else is just supporting cast. Even the RMC, that thing's trash. Not this one. This one's fantastic. Jersey Devil, I literally, one of my rides, I was like, okay, we guess that's this out, because why not? I straight up took a nap on that entire ride because it was just that boring and forceless. I mean, it's good, it's smooth, it's re-rideable, and that's the plus, but it's an RMC. You guys know RMCs, and like, especially single rails. They're supposed to be insane amazing. I felt nothing on this. Sadly, I think Jersey Devil might be at my bottom tier of RMCs right now. Anyways, park's good. Check it out, even with the big gap in their current attraction lineup, which kind of sucks. But I mean, if you think about it, unless you go over to Superman, you can barely notice. Like, it's all fenced off. Unless you're like enthusiast or you've heard the news or whatever. You can't even tell about the whole kingdom thing, unless you're just looking out from the top of El Toro, and like on that turnaround, I can definitely see where Cutting the Trees was for the launch track and the tower and everything for Kingda Ka. Rest in peace. I mean, once again, Ohio, I've been on Dragster countless times. Can't wait to go up there for Dragster 2 because I haven't gone up there yet this year. And that's probably close to I'm ever going to get to Kingda Ka, unfortunately. I've heard it was great. I'm sure that your time Hill in the Mill was fantastic. And it being like a little taller and faster than Dragster or whatever, but rest in peace, Ka. I'll never get to experience you, but you were the king apparently. And rest in peace the rest of those rides that were also removed. Like I said, unless you're just in that Superman area where it's completely barren, you'd never know that was there. And you can think it's a full park without those rides. So can't wait to see what they announce for the future. I have heard there's going to be some huge, but details of that as of time of recording this video, completely unknown. If you know anything, comment down below. Shout out. Anyways, obviously we're here at the hotel. I gotta start working on editing videos and get to bed because tomorrow we're doing the finale of this trip, which is gonna be a 2-for-1 day here in Pennsylvania. Guess what parks we go to in Pennsylvania that I can do 2 in the same day? Only hint you get without clicking on the next video is one of them is in Allentown and is another thing I get to with my Six Flags Pass. And the other has one of my favorite coasters of all time. So anyways, we're done random finale. You already have a lot of just park footage for today, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. Check out my page on Ko-Fi if you wanted to help drop a tip and support me on the channel, whatever. And always, embrace the infinite. Night night.